Well, greetings once again, Internet. It is the one and only Romeo, back with another episode of Romeo's Discussions. Today, I'm going to be giving my overall review of the game Destiny. I'm pretty sure that there are plenty of other reviews out there that are just angry fanboys. I'm going to try and do something a little bit different and objectively review why it's not the best game that they marketed it to be. So let's begin. When I first started playing Destiny, I got it midnight release. You know, I played a good 3 hours into it, and you know, it immersed me into the world. Granted, while it was very vague and very muddled in sci-fi, space opera bull, it got me into the game. So when I was playing for the first day and a half, I was really into, where's the story gonna go? What are the characters? What's going on in the backstory? Like every gamer wants to be. The problem with this game is that they focused way too much on the Centurion effect, or the Centurion style of game, where it's going to be just expanding. As long as people are playing it, it's going to be expanding and telling new stories and new things. We didn't get a story in this game. The story that we got was an intro cutscene that said, this giant sphere gave us space travel. The giant sphere came with enemies. And then that was at the end of everything, but a beginning. And then we get this muddled reference to the darkness. What is the darkness? I've played this game for 4 weeks now and I don't know what the darkness is. Is it the collaboration of aliens you fight in the game? Is it just one of them? Is it two of them? I don't know. Maybe they're collectively referred to as the darkness. Tell us at least that much. But then the game suffers from not knowing how much to give their audience. They really wanted to just immerse you into the gameplay rather than immerse you into the story. Granted, that is a good way to immerse someone in a game, is to start off just with the gameplay and get to the story later. But the marketing for this game advertised it as the next Halo. Then it's going to be this generation's Halo. And the difference between this and Halo is that Halo didn't focus on gameplay. Halo focused on story. It told a very compelling story. We didn't get this muddled, oh, the Covenant. What is the Covenant? Is it a collection of aliens? Is it one of the aliens? Is it two of the aliens? We don't know. They spell out, these 4 aliens on Halo are the Covenant. These creepy zombie creatures are the Flood. We have 2 very different sets of aliens, rather than the Darkness, and then the Vex, the Fallen, the Cabal, and then the Hive. Okay. The reason that it's so muddled is that I honestly don't think that they knew where they were going to take their story, because the game ends with me not knowing what the hell's going on. I entered the final boss battle not knowing that it was the final boss battle. I was like, okay, this is just, another big, lot of health, kind of boss that I have to beat. Okay, and let's see where this goes. And then it was like, yeah, you stopped the darkness this time. That was the darkness? What? And then you go into immediate ending cutscene with the, I can't remember what, you don't even know her name. The huntress that you meet on the moon, and she tells you all of these warnings about the Vex and the Cabal, and then she vanishes. And then she shows up at the end of the game, and I don't even know what her name is, I don't know what she does. She says a few things, gives you a rifle, and then vanishes. And you still don't even know what the Traveler is about. The Traveler, is it a sentient being? Does it just sit there, hovering in space, or hovering in the atmosphere? What does it do? It's apparently provides this light. We don't even know what the light is. The light gives us these powers that we can use. Okay? Star Wars, at least we got some sort of sense of what the Force was. It was an energy field that is sustained by all living beings. The light is just the light. And Peter Dinklage voicing your ghost is not the worst thing in the world. But Mr. Dinklage, I'm a huge fan of yours. but it really did sound like you were just in a sound booth, just reading off of a script. I mean, and yes, you were supposed to be playing a robot, but in Halo, the main robot villain, 343 Guilty Spark, had more personality than you did in this entire game. And this game is twice as long as the first Halo. And I hate to say it, but I think the Peter Dinklage voicing your Ghost was just pure marketing. It was just to say, hey, look who we got to come and do a voice for this game. We also forgot to mention Bill Nighy, Nathan Fillion, a bunch of other actors that lent their voices for like 5 lines of dialogue. I honestly think that this was, at least for the voice talent, it was a waste of potential. They didn't give the actors anything to go with. They just said, hey, here's a script, read these lines. Peter Dinklage, we need you to say that wizard came from the moon, and we're going to put that into our marketing scheme. Boom. There we go. We'll get people hooked. My review for this game is borrow it from a friend. If you can find it soon enough for like $10, pay that much for it. I unfortunately paid the full $63, and I feel like I was ripped off. Granted, I don't have Xbox Live to play all of those features, but I really don't care because I'm not that invested in the game anymore. Because it just left with such a sour note, saying, oh hey, you have to buy more expansions if you want to see more of the story. We didn't give you any story, but there you go. But those are my thoughts on Destiny. I'm pretty sure this is not the only video you have seen giving Destiny some flack. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you all out there.